Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Hour Long Deluxe. I'm your host, Captain Quasar, and today we're going to be reacting to some videos, nothing major. And some of them are going to be, more horror inspired, some different topics, some darker things. But we're going to start off with something a little bit lighter because it's topical. You got to talk about the flavor of the week, if you will. But yeah, so dipshit Jack Doherty crashes $500,000 McLaren live on Kick, full video. This was an upload from Exposed. That's just the full clip from his stream. But let's analyze this. So first off, he looks like someone photoshopped his face smaller. Like, right? I feel like his lips should be a little bit lower. Everything should just be like just slightly larger. Just maybe like 2-3%. But yeah, Babyface here is looking straight down at his phone while going 67 miles per hour in the pouring rain. just immediately, like, bruh. He's looking down at his phone for longer than he's looking at the road, and that's where you're going wrong. I do not don't text and drive. It's bad. I don't do it. I got Geico. Gotta keep my score up. But if you're gonna do it, like, look for a second. Look at it like you're looking at any other thing, like your mirrors, your dashboard, whatever you're looking at. It should be like that for a second. Because unless you're texting or something, you don't need to look at anything on your phone for more than a second. And you shouldn't be texting while you're driving. Because you can look down, click. Look down, click, call. Hey, what's up? Yeah, no problem. Da-da-da. I'm driving. Watch this. And then they can hear you.
Oh! No!
It's just so perfect, too. Just the way he spins out, the way it's immediately after he tries to accelerate, because he's trying to pass this truck, it seems. He's going really fast. Let's see, we get a second so we can see how fast he's going.
No!
Okay, he already started slowing down because he was hydroplaning. Because he's a dumbass, lost traction, and I imagine he probably immediately started hitting the brake and then just spun it out.
No!
Pretty good. Oh, is this not just an upload? I wanted this to be a full upload of the video. Bruh, I don't care about. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, it is just a re-upload of it. Because I saw this is
No, watch out! Oh.
Or is it?
Fuck, open your door! Open your door!
Oh, it is.
We're locked in here!
Holy shit.
I want to see them get pulled out. Because people really stop to help.
Where's your phone?
Oh, I just broke that shit.
Me too.
You didn't break your phone. You're recording. What are you filming on? Your DSLR survived?
Help! Oh, shit! Oh! Help!
Holy shit.
Michael! Kill! Oh, fuck! Help! Bro, my...
Oh, man. Basically, I guess I don't know why he didn't show this part. There's a part where they get pulled out. They get pulled out of the car, and when they get pulled out, he's still filming himself instead of, just, helping himself get out. And also, how'd they open the door? At some point, got it open.
Oh. No.
Hey, man, hopefully you can shop it, sell these parts, and that can cover the damage to the railing and all the other stuff you're going to have to pay for. This thing destroyed it. What a strong barrier. I guess this thing is made of like aluminum and dreams, though.
There's no... Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone, too? No. Oh, my God. My car is totaled, bro.
Good.
Oh my god, this is cooked.
Bruh. He doesn't even seem that upset. He said, bro, this is cooked. Now we got the cops pulling up.
Dude, I've never been before. Oh my god.
Yes, you have. You were just in one.
Where's my phone?
I just want one person to be like, that's what you get.
Yo, where's my phone at?
Because he was clearly like passing people going way too fast.
Where's my phone?
I have no idea.
Have your phone.
He was cruising at 67, which is probably the speed limit on this freeway. But it's raining. You should really go along with traffic, not be trying to cut around people.
Yo, where am I?
And he wasn't cutting. I'm not saying he was going crazy. But he's clearly a dipshit. So.
Where am I?
Oh my god, bro, I can't believe this is happening. No, my... Michael, I just totaled my Aaron, bro. I just totaled my car.
Who'd he call his lawyer? His accountant?
Michael, I just totaled my
Michael, maybe his
Aaron,
manager?
bro.
Michael sounds like a grown
I
man's
just
name.
totaled my car.
He'd call his friend
Yeah,
Mike.
alright, guys? Yeah, I'm alright. Alright, please come. Are you here? Whoa, what do I do?
I'm sure the cops looking at this crash. This is probably like the third crash he's seen today. He's seen the McLaren and this kid going, what am I going to do? And he's looking at the McLaren and just kind of like, I think you'll be fine. You don't get a car like this without having the means for it.
Bro. I can't believe this right now. What's your name? My name is Jack. I was driving and then...
Yo, is this cop retarded? He's got this on sideways. There's no armhole there, buddy. It's down by your leg.
My tires
I want to see if he fixes it. So he lies to the cop here.
just slipped and I lost control. And I was driving and then my tires just slipped and I lost control and then I was all the way on the left side and I just went there and then...
Show him the footage, bro. Show him that you weren't speeding. He'll love to see that footage of you fucking texting while driving. Because in this instance, it was the hydroplaning that made him crash. But being a dumbass and texting while driving did not help him at all. Because I don't know. I really don't know what he thinks could have gone right in that scenario.
I don't know what happened. I just lost control. The next thing you know, I'm just going tears. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was...
Damn, did he like hit here and like flip around or something? Because how the hell is like his hood or whatever this is over here?
Ow, my head, bro.
I don't even know. Alright.
Alright. You okay? Okay? Yeah.
They're ignoring the dude that totally has blood leaking down his face right now. They're not showing it because it's on YouTube. But bro, the guy that's filming literally has blood leaking down his whole face. Why was he caressing bro's arm? He's the one that just got in an accident. Look at this. He's hugging her. Okay. that was weird. While this dude's filming with just fucking blood leaking from his eyes. Can he get a hug? Can he at least get in on the hug?
Flip it 1x.
Oh shit. I want to see this shit.
Yo, the camera's getting soaked. My birthday's in goddamn. Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday. Handing off the camera again. Bro's thinking of a thumbnail moment. He's like, this is the perfect thumbnail moment.
Rain just ended my video.
My car's totaled, guys.
Good.
Does it look good on there?
Does it look good on there? Bruh.
Oh my god, your face, bro.
Yeah, his face. Thank you for finally noticing.
What happened, bro?
He got like a bunch of. He ended up getting a bunch of stitches.
Is it look good on there? Whatever works, man. I just want to get out of here, bro. I don't know. Can you help me? I don't got to do that. Alright, it's just the car. You have insurance.
I don't think this is covered by insurance, dog. I mean, maybe if you have like full coverage. But I don't know. I guess hydroplaning may be covered. But you fucking. They're gonna ask for this footage. I mean, it's all over the internet, so like. Rub his arm some more. Rub his back a little bit more, man. Might make you feel better. No, he is. He's doing it again. Why is he doing this? I find this so bizarre. He's doing it to both of them now. He's trying to soothe them. Is there anything more on this? I think this might be it.
I cut it. Can you film on the phone? And just make it look good. Look through.
Why do you take his shirt off? Oh, they're looking him over. Looking over his bird body. Lightest bones around.
Yeah.
Dog, who was driving your car?
Me.
Damn, Jack. No.
Bro.
Jack, wait, look, check me out. You wanted to sell the car? At least now you're gonna just get paid. What?
Hey, Dad. Jack got in.
Yeah, and?
He totaled his car.
Which one?
The McLaren.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. His filmer kind of got. He's going to the hospital now.
Were you with them?
I was behind them. Me and
I like that the dad at first just went, okay. Why should I care?
they were about a mile back, and all of a sudden the traffic comes to a complete stop. And for some reason I had like a weird feeling. I was like,
like something happened, and I just didn't think anything of it, and I was like, "Are you okay?" Like screaming. I went into like a full panic attack, and then I finally got to him, and I saw him up on the side, and like Michael David's face. I'm on the phone with Dad, his filmer.
Is this like Jack's brother or something? He said I'm on the phone with Dad, so I'm assuming it's both their dads. Yeah, but whatever. He crashed his McLaren. I'm glad he's off the roads. Now, horrifying things.
FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when you bet $5 if you win.
Here's where we get
Randonautica is an app that uses a random number generator and location settings to create coordinates for users to explore in their local areas. The app was released in February 2020 and became especially popular during the COVID lockdowns. People would often document their findings through video and post them online. Sometimes people find downright creepy.
I've done Randonautica a few times and found absolutely nothing all of the times. It took me to random points in the desert and just nothing there in a field one time, like a farm plowed field, and we walked all the way to the center of it. There was nothing there, not even like a dead animal or anything. So let's see how these people got hacked. Demons possessed their phone.
Things or places, or even find themselves at the scene of a crime. A viewer named David sent me this first story and footage. It was August of 2020. The weather had been good, and so he and a friend decided to use Randonautica out of boredom. They generated 4 anomalies in total, since the first 3 were in someone's backyard or inaccessible locations. In the app, anomalies are points that can be either attractors or voids. Attractors are clusters of random points that are very dense, while voids are clusters with a very low density. The 4th anomaly looked promising, and so the 2 friends drove there. You can see on the screen the street they drove down, followed by the small path they went down after parking. The anomaly had a radius of 470 meters, so it was a fairly big area, but they didn't have to look around for long before making a bizarre and honestly creepy discovery. This is a photograph of the path they walked down, and as they walked down, they stumbled across a note stuck through a stick. On the outside of it, it read, "Write down your cell phone number." When folded open, it read,
Jack Doherty's thing was staged? It's possible. If he did that for the views, that's pretty crazy.
"I can give you a cell phone number or even an email address.
More than likely.
Give me your mail address and I will send you it," with what it is referring to remaining unclear.
So you can see, first of all, it says write down your cell phone number. When you fold it open, ich kann dir eine Handynummer geben oder sogar eine E-Mail-Adresse. Gib mir eine Mailadresse und ich sende es dir. So it says somewhere along the lines, I can give you a cell phone number or even an email address. Give me an email address and I'll send it to you. So yeah, that was just hanging on this tree here, on this branch, this piece of paper. I'm gonna put it back.
He ended up writing his number on the note and putting it back on the stick. Right next to the note were a bunch of bras lined up on a fallen tree branch with no explanation.
So,
Yeah,
that's a bunch of bras. In total, 1, 2, 3, 4, behind there, 5, 6. There are more.
These items couldn't have been left there for more than a few days, as they were discovered on the 6th of August, and the last rainfall was 3 days earlier, yet the piece of paper showed no signs of ever having...
That is really weird, because you gotta think about it logically. If it's just some dude going there, making out with girls or something, and then like getting their bras, why would he leave the bras there? It's a serial killer who's taking people to the forest and uses Randonautica and writing down their numbers for some reason instead of just killing them when they first arrive.
Among some of the other things that the friends found at the scene were 2 packages of condoms and a pot that was seemingly used for a fire. The friends returned the next day on the 7th, and the note where he wrote down his number was gone.
Trump intends to enact a national sales tax that would raise prices on middle-class families by $4,000 a year. We will pass a tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
I need to order some food, but I'm in the middle of a game. Let's use Lifer, an app that integrates with the game that you're playing.
You do that, man.
A few days later, he got a text from an unknown number just saying hi. He answered saying, "Hi, who is this?" The number then replied his address, and at this point he blocked the number. Whatever or whoever this little scene was meant for remains a mystery. This following footage posted online by Taylor Vasquez.
I'd be like, bro, I don't know who you are, but if I see anybody that I don't know near my house, I will shoot you. Like, I guess they're in Germany though, or whatever that language. That looked like German to me.
Documents her disturbing findings when also using Randonautica. She
Maybe
downloaded
Dutch.
the app and generated a location not far from her house. The location turns out to be an abandoned creek-looking area.
So I keep seeing that random.
Can a creek be abandoned? It's like a geological finding, not really like a thing that's like built or like maintained.
That thing all over TikTok, and I
Maybe
really
even
wanna
like a
try
dry
it out.
creek?
So I just downloaded the app and I found a location that's like 1.5 miles by my house. So I'm gonna go check it out and see if I can see.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary at first, and it seems like a typical random location the app could lead somebody to, until she finds a series of disturbing drawings, seemingly done by a child.
Pretty creepy. I'll go see what that is. Okay, so I just opened up one of the photos.
Nah, bro, this is what I look like right after I ripped the bong. Right after I was hitting the crazy bong. And then I look like this with my pee-pee out in the woods.
And it's whatever the fuck that is. Then we have these random 3. This one's a "It's Your Birthday" with the snow.
It's really well done. Wonder what kid did this. They're so talented.
Man with, I don't know. And these
Bloody
things
eyes.
just put together. It's like, play with me.
It's the devil. Low-key, this could...
I think it was just
I'd
my
honestly would
imagination.
believe this could just be a kid being creepy.
As she's
and
analyzing the
desire, but why did
drawings,
Randonautica
she
bring
suddenly
her
hears
here?
an unsettling sound.
Maybe it's fake, probably.
It sounds like the voice of a young child, but the video cuts here. The voice of a young child, but the video cuts here.
It almost
Of a
sounds
young
like
child, but the video cuts here.
It almost sounds like like something being played. Like if you pulled like a wind-up toy or something and it's being played out of like a really shitty speaker. You see what I mean?
On a later date, Taylor returns to the creek, but this time there are new drawings that weren't there last time. According to her, these ones being even creepier than the
Did you bring a
previous
weapon
series
this
of
time?
drawings, with one of the drawings being a sigil of Baphomet.
Probably should.
As she's distracted by the drawings, the voice of a child can once again be heard in the background.
If they have messages on them, because then, like, those look like symbols.
At first she doesn't seem to hear it, but once she does, she makes a dash for it and the video cuts.
I don't really see anything else. So, like,
After
Sounded like she said, "You're going to die here." Let's run that back.
cuts.
I don't really see anything else. So, like,
After uploading the video to TikTok, a viewer pointed out what appears to be the face of a young child peering from behind a tree.
no one was with me, and tell me if you guys think that looks like a ghost child, because I don't f***ing know.
Taylor uploads another video analyzing a journal.
Yes, it looks like it could be a ghost child or also just more birchwood.
Because I don't f***ing know.
Taylor uploads another video analyzing a journal she picked up from the creek, with each page
Yeah, this one's just fake. This is just fully fake. Woman trying to make an ARG?
revealing another
I don't know why I
unsettling
couldn't remember
message. Taylor returns to the
think
creek
it's
one
ARG.
last time and finds not only a Ouija board made out of a piece of cardboard, but also a large knife sitting next to it. This was the last time Taylor dared to return to the creek, and so whatever was going on here will remain a mystery. As with many things posted on the internet, there's no 100% proof that this whole series of videos weren't staged.
I mean, it's
However,
completely staged. The way the drawings looked like shit, but then this handwriting's really good.
On the internet, there's
Like,
no
look how
100%
look how well these numbers are written. This was totally written by a grown woman.
proof that this whole series of videos weren't staged. However, there were certain aspects of the videos that viewers feel make them feel more realistic. Mainly the weathered-looking pieces of paper that contain the drawings, along with the disturbing image of the child's face in the video. Whether or not this was genuine is really up to the viewer to decide. This story was sent by viewer Davey S. One night as she was scrolling through TikTok, she came across a story about a few teenagers who were using Randonautica, and after following the set of coordinates they were given, reached a secluded beach area where they saw a suitcase washed up that contained something disturbing. But I'll talk more about that in a bit. Davey and her roommate Ash saw this and were determined to make their own unsettling discovery on the app. They invited 2 other friends to join them, and when they all got together, they gathered in Davey's room and figured out how to use the app. They set a radius around their current location, 29 kilometers, or around 18 to 19 miles. After hitting the button to get the location, a screen popped up telling them to set their intentions for what they want to learn and experience during the outing. The word they inputted was spooky. The location the app gave was eerily close to her house. Davey and her friends live in a rural part of Alabama on Lookout Mountain, and at the bottom of the mountain is an abandoned steel plant among a few other abandoned buildings in a lower income neighborhood. The location it gave the group of friends was 3 streets away from them. The location was on a very long road that led on for miles and miles without any other intersecting streets. The friends gathered into Davey's car with her friend Misa in the passenger seat and her friends Ash and Beck sitting in the back seat. It didn't take long for the girls to get to the street, and as Davey was about to turn left, she looked at the street sign Owl's Hollow Road. Davey's friends went from loud and excited to instantly quiet as she said, "We're here." Davey continued driving down this dark road surrounded by trees and no street lamps. It was pitch black at around 1 a.m., so the group was definitely feeling the creepiness factor kicking in. As they approached the destination, Davey pulled to the side of the road. At this point, all 3 of Davey's friends were becoming apprehensive about the whole thing, as they saw a very dark trail that led into the woods. The 4 friends sat in the car for a few minutes and laughed nervously about whether they should go through with this or not, but they all felt uneasy. The group started to agree that it felt like they were being watched. Despite being in a locked car, they felt vulnerable being alone with just a dying phone and a switchblade, so they all agreed to leave, and they pulled off further down the road. They kept driving, exploring this narrow road, and there was nothing but trees and the occasional street lamp. Davey was getting tired and decided to just do a 3-point turn on the very narrow road and go back home. There was a sense of relief, until the group realized they had to pass the trail again.
This story also seems staged and stupid. What would be the point if you decided to turn around from the dirt road? What would be the point of then, so like if this is the crossroad, you went on the crossroad, turned out, and then decided to keep going on the road instead of just going back from where you came? Like, why?
As they passed it, Davey looked in her rearview mirror and saw what seemed to be a hooded male figure standing in front of the trail. She pressed the gas even harder, but she didn't tell her friends what she saw because she didn't want to scare them. The friends briefly talked about that night before going to sleep around 2 a.m.
Should have just hit him.
The next morning, Beck went home and Davey took Ash to work. Misa decided to hang out with Davey for a little longer before she had to be home in a few hours. They discussed going back to the trail since it was daylight and they felt a bit more comfortable. They made their way back to the trail and got out of the car, this time with keys and phone in one hand and pocket knife in the other. As they walked up the trail, they realized it led uphill, something they didn't notice the night before because it was so dark. They started to feel like something was off, like they were being watched again. They made it to the top of the trail, which led to a clearing, almost like a dump site as she described it. There were tires, fast food garbage, household items, etc.
I like the idea that if you think about this from a non-spooky perspective, it could totally just be a dump site. That guy in a hood could have just been a guy out at night who was dumping, saw people driving around and was like, the fuck was that? Walked out, left his car back at the junk, walked over and was like, sees them drive past again and his speed past, and it probably made him nervous. Who knows?
The two started looking around some more and came across a bunch of mattresses scattered throughout the clearing. The disturbing part was the mattresses were made beds. Pillows, blankets, sheets, all that you'd expect on a made bed. The sight was so unsettling that the two friends agreed to leave.
Yeah, I'd probably get out of that. It might just be a homeless camp. Now that they say that. That's a bit
They hurried back downhill towards the car, and about halfway, Misa stopped in front of Davy and pointed into the woods and said, "What is that?" as she spotted a red cooler in a small ditch, something they hadn't seen on the way uphill. They stepped down into the ditch to examine it, and as they walked over to it, all the two friends could smell was the stench of something rotting. Upon looking around the surrounding area, she spotted a dead cat carcass lying a few meters away. Avoiding getting too close to the dead carcass.
Is that what this is? I know this probably isn't the photo, but it's just funny because that is what that looks like.
She grabbed a big stick and tilted the cooler upright, which had a bit of weight to it, making it difficult. Something could be heard sloshing around inside of it, like it was full of ice. She shoved the stick into the top of it and opened it slightly.
If it was sloshing around, it would be full of water.
And when it opened, a gust of hot, moist, putrid air hit Davy in the face. Bugs and maggots immediately started coming out of the cooler, along with a horrid smell of decaying overpowering the smell of the cat. Upon opening it a little more, what she saw was a wad of wet, matted black hair. Davy ran back to Misa and yelled to get in the car. The two sped down the road as Misa frantically asked Davy what was in the cooler, but she couldn't open her mouth in fear of puking. After driving a little ways up the road, hoping to find a driveway to assist in turning around, Davy eventually gave up and did another really tight three-point turn on the narrow road, but the two would have to pass the trail one more time. As they did, Davy noticed some pieces of wood in the road that had not been there before. She looked around and saw the same hooded male figure from the night before, standing in the woods. She drove her car over the pieces of wood, damaging the bottom of her front bumper, and then sped off back home. She and her friend returned to the trail one more time since this incident to record the trail, which was the footage you've been seeing. Davy has deleted the Randonautica app and not used it since. Earlier I had mentioned that there was a video that inspired Davy and her friends to try the app themselves. That video was filmed by a couple TikTok users, who each posted their own angles of the video.
Guys, we found a suitcase at the beach.
Gabby, go. I'll hold your stuff.
Bro. Wait, open it. Open it. It stinks, y'all.
It washed up.
Oh! Oh! Okay, so, so she's calling the police so we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food.
Because honestly, it's like... This also is just super sus having to call the cops and be like, we found a dead body. They're going to be mad. They're going to be like, what? You did it. Because they don't know who. But really, it sounds like someone killed somebody and then tried to throw them in like the ocean or lake or whatever this is. And then when tide shifted, it went up onto those rocks. Tide went back down, and then it was just sat on the rocks after that. Sucks to suck, buddy. Should have added some boulders in that suitcase.
Yeah, here's the crime scene.
So we just found this suitcase, and we're gonna get it. Okay, so they're like opening it up with the sticks because we don't want to.
This was smart, getting the sticks.
The Randonautica app generated a location that led them to a rocky breakwall below a jetty at the shore of Alki Beach in West Seattle, when they found a mysterious black suitcase washed up on a bunch of rocks under the bridge. As they approached the suitcase, they realized there was a foul odor emitting from the suitcase, and the contents of the suitcase may be more disturbing than they had initially thought. The teens called the police, but with Seattle police response times being notoriously slow, the police took 3 to 4 hours to show up. And by that time, the tide had risen enough to where the suitcase had washed away. It took a scuba team to retrieve the suitcase and its contents. The contents were indeed quite disturbing. The remains of a couple, Jessica Lewis.
2 people? I didn't know it was 2 people. That's crazy. Wait, the fucking cops took 2 or 3. They're going, I think a dead body's out here. And they're going to go, oh, we'll be there soon. What the fuck were they dealing with? Let the crackheads fight, bro.
Lewis, who was 35, and Austin Wenner, who was 27, were found inside of the black garbage bag inside the suitcase. Their murderer was their landlord, Michael Dudley, who the pair had previously argued with regarding their rent payments.
I'm glad they found him.
It was reported by neighbors that on the night of the pair's murder, a male voice could be heard screaming, "Please don't do this, just let me leave," before gunshots were fired, and this was reportedly 10 days before the suitcase was found. The videos had eventually been taken down by the teens. With so many people using an app that's designed to send you to randomly generated places, it's inevitable that sometimes people are going to run into some horrific things that they were not supposed to find. So if you do use the app or anything like it, it's best to just stay alert to your surroundings.
Damn, how do you fit 2 people in a suitcase? Okay, that was those. On to this now. This is exploring abandoned mall. Arrested by Decay Discovery. Here, I gotta use the restroom actually real quick. There's nobody in chat right now, sadly. But if anyone does come in chat, be like, "What's up? Yo, you're so cool." And I'll be like, "Oh, no, thank you." But yes, I do need to use the bathroom. I'm back. Amazing. That's how you get in. There's an abandoned mall. Well, it's not abandoned anymore, it's demolished, but I never got to go inside. I've been to a few abandoned places, and I'd like to go to more, but the problem is there's people that are degenerates that go in there and fucking destroy the place. I like to go and, treat it like it's preserved. Someone's gonna go in there and fucking break the glass and act like a piece of shit. And that's the problem with any type of urban exploration.
No fucking way. No fucking way, bro. Dude. Fucking awesome vibe, bro. Get some pictures right here. Okay.
I'm wondering how quickly they get arrested. I wonder if they say in the comments what. people are able to call out what mall it is. I mean, malls are pretty clear cut. If anyone's been in it, they'll be able to know.
Yeah.
Some Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff.
Man.
The fact that that's one of the things that stayed up is pretty funny.
Check for motion sensors too.
It's just crazy too, because I guess they told some people, you know, this is the last day you're gonna be able to be in here. And they gotta leave after that. And they weren't able to get all their stuff. Presents that are never opened.
Wow,
Oh, that's weird. The way the roof, oh, it's mirrored. I thought it was busted out.
Like, no broken glass on these. Like, that's insane, dude.
That's what I'm thinking too, is the fact that there isn't. Ooh, I'd watch out for any exits, bro. That's when you gotta watch. He's got his fucking flashlight shining. But I'm just surprised there's no broken glass around and like things aren't ripped up more. Because usually like these tiles would be all fucked. There must not be that many people that go in there, and it's probably because it's probably eyed. That's probably why they got arrested so quickly. They probably didn't. Like they probably were in there longer than other people had been in the past, because I'm sure that people get arrested in there all the time.
10:37.
I'm fucking leaving, dude. Oh my god, there's someone right there. We're caught. Come in front of us.
Not even gonna try and make a run for it?
Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands up. All the way up. Now.
Don't try anything.
Yep.
Put your hands behind your back. Now.
Yes, sir.
Don't try anything. What would I try? Had a better chance of trying something a minute ago.
You a wallet on you or any kind of ID?
Just so you know, I have a pocket knife in my right.
You got a pocket knife?
Yeah, right pocket.
All right. Sharp on you?
It's on this side there.
Oh, I see it.
Sorry.
You're good.
And then my.
Any other weapons on you, Shinobu?
No, sir.
Damn. 6 minutes into the video, gonna get arrested. What now? Surprised they didn't delete the footage. Maybe they were just too dumb to know how.
Toilet paper. How long were you planning on being in here, man?
I take that with me everywhere.
What's that?
I take it with me everywhere, just in case.
Probably not a bad idea.
You got toilet paper in here too, or what?
No, you can look in there.
We cannot.
I just have a.
I'm not
mask.
damaging your back. I'm just
No,
removing
you're
the
fine.
straps,
You're all
alright?
good.
We open the door.
You got any form of ID on you?
Yes, it's in my.
It's in your
backpack,
bag?
Yeah. On the top
We have the keys to your
zipper.
car, so if we gotta go out and drive around and figure it out, we're gonna figure it out. Just being honest with me, dude. That's the best thing you can do right now. Where'd you park at? In what neighborhood?
I'm not.
We're not from here at all.
So how are you gonna find your way back to your car?
Well, I know where it is, but like I don't know.
Are you parked on the street?
It's in front of the house. There were other cars.
You don't need to tell them where your car is, bro. Fuck that.
It's an illegal spot?
Well, it's on the street next to our house. Like, there were
Fuck that, bro. Don't even say that, bro. You shouldn't have said that. Be like, no, I got a ride here. From who? That doesn't matter.
Here.
Is it in that subdivision over there?
We're not destroying anything. We're just exploring.
Okay, but you are trespassing on private property. You came through fences that had clear marked signs that say no trespassing private property. This place is also filled with asbestos right now because they've been remediating it. So we're all getting cancer as we stand here. So.
This is stupid.
Let's get some information from you.
Yeah, really cancerous the way you're just standing around doing the fucking nothing.
By security?
Sensors, cameras.
There's live security here that have been watching you since you came into the building.
Hey, Savior, come here for a second. I gotta get this bag off him. It's not a whole lot on him.
So what, they were waiting for them to do something, like, worse? Is that what they were doing? We've been watching you since you came in. For what? For what purpose? Fishing, I'm telling you.
Are you recording with this?
Yes.
Okay. Take that for evidence. Somebody grab that.
I'm gonna give these guys a subscribe. They're doing the dirty work. Urban exploration is just a beautiful thing, it really is. If I get a GoPro and I feel up to the task, I'll do it at some point. But not right now. I'll watch people doing it instead.
Only a few can become spirit-born. We are without fear. We are without equal. For we are spirit-born.
We're terrified.
Terrified is a pretty good place to start.
Mannequin people are cryptids which appear almost human, however lacking the facial features that humans have, likening them to mannequins.
Slender Man.
Reports of people who've encountered these mannequin people claim that if observed from afar, they are indistinguishable from normal humans. However, when taking a closer look, their faces or lack thereof makes them look like mannequins. Some have described their movements to be almost stiff and awkward, similar to how a mannequin would supposedly move. Many of these supposed mannequin people hide in plain sight, with many reported sightings occurring in cars while driving. Another similar phenomenon described on a 4chan thread is faux or fake people. In the thread, OP said this: "Has anyone else seen the fake people before? I'm not talking mannequins or skinwalkers. I mean the people you just see out in the wilderness occasionally. They look completely passable, real as you or me, but they don't react to any stimuli, shouting, or throwing things at them. Usually if they're not in some sort of vehicle or something, they're staring up at the sky. I've never seen them during the day. They don't breathe, they don't blink, and they never seem to leave any trace of their presence, usually gone by morning." OP then goes on to detail an encounter he had with one of those people. An old man sitting on a camp stool right off the road in a flat spot in the desert, staring up at the moon. OP called out to the man multiple times, and even shone a flashlight on him, but the man didn't move an inch. According to OP, although he couldn't see his face, the man wasn't breathing or anything. The sand around his feet was untouched, no footprints.
I gotta be honest, this video seems like I'm not gonna care about it that much and not have much to say, so I think I'm gonna skip this. Boo to you, Mecca. What up, guy? Welcome back, you two. You both popped in at like the exact same time. Now we're gonna go on to something truly spooky. Lies.
There was definitely a lot of times where we were struggling for money. I remember there was definitely a lot of times where we were struggling for money. I remember being stressed with my mom, seeing my mom stressed. I was lucky to be able to have a new pair of Nikes when I was a kid. My mom always made sure that I had new shoes and that we had HBO for some reason. I've never really figured that out, but thank God. Just like what you're saying.
Oh, you got me that time. I needed it in all caps. Now that's a jump scare.
And this comes from being born and raised in Youngstown when it was by far the most dangerous. I'm from the most dangerous intersection in what was the most dangerous city at the time. But I'm from there's bullet holes in my house that happened when I was growing up. Could have been there. But anyway, you learn a lot from all that.
Tony claims to have grown up on the most dangerous intersection in Youngstown, Ohio, when it was the most dangerous city in the country. To fact check that first claim, Tony actually provides us with a good bit of background information. The absolute ghetto of the north side is where I was raised, right behind Elm Street, which is dreaded there. It was the street right behind Elm Street, and if you know anything about dangerous streets, the street behind the most dangerous street is the most dangerous street. And Tony provides us with the address 1515.
What kind of a sentence is that? The street behind the most dangerous street, that's the dangerous street. What does it even mean to be behind another street?
Florencedale Avenue, which is on the north side of Youngstown.
Ahead of it too?
However, the most dangerous area in the city, when crime was at its peak in the 1990s, was the south side. And the most dangerous individual street was Griffith Street, which was over a mile away from where Tony claimed to have grown up. And as far as the second claim, I haven't been able to find any evidence that Youngstown was ever the most dangerous city in America, even when you just compare it with Compton, which Tony claims is nothing compared to where he grew up. When I got to LA, I heard all of these rap songs, this and that about Compton. I went there and I couldn't believe it. They have nice green grass in the front yards, no police sirens, no real crime like what I was.
No police sirens in Compton? What are you talking about? You hear police sirens everywhere. Anywhere that isn't like a gated community, you hear police sirens. That's just a stupid thing to say.
Used to. That's when I realized I was raised somewhere really crazy. But if you look at the crime statistics from the 1990s, despite having a smaller population than Youngstown, Ohio, Compton saw 18 more homicides a year. So it definitely seems like Tony's just exaggerating how dangerous his day-to-day life was growing up, trying to make his backstory sound more interesting. As you saw in the intro, Tony's description of his own poverty level has shifted over time, so I find it hard to believe he really grew up in the ghetto at all. Straight out of Youngstown, Tony Hinchcliffe may have attended a private Catholic high school on Youngstown's north side, but as he describes it, life wasn't easy. Ursuline High School in Youngstown has a yearly tuition of almost $30,000 a year.
If you're paying tuition for a high school, you ain't broke. Fuck that. Ooh. Ooh. Bleeding this much? I could have spent this on drugs and gambling.
None of these details really seem to add up, and it starts becoming even more unbelievable when he brings up how both of his parents were in the Italian mafia.
My parents were mob.
Really? True mob?
My mom was more mob than even my dad.
The most unbelievable part of this story is that Tony still claims to this day that his father is involved with the mafia and is running an illegal money laundering
You probably shouldn't be outing your dad like that, maybe, if that is true.
Scheme through his restaurant.
Laundering through a restaurant is definitely plausible, but also just seems like, I mean, if you have a good restaurant, what's the purpose?
Also on that episode, I talked about how my dad told me that he was out completely. I talked with him that night at his restaurant. This is years ago. And he goes, I don't even do any of that stuff anymore. That was back in the day, and it was nothing. There's nothing going on. And
that was his father being honest with him. He was saying, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Back in the day, people came into the restaurant. He was basically the one dude from The Sopranos that got his restaurant blown up or whatever, set on fire.
This is a true fucking story. And a guy walks in with a newspaper and literally goes, really good news today. And you can see
the money,
cash hanging out of the end of this rolled up newspaper. You just stacks of cash through it. bundled up and hanging out of the end. The news was good today. It's like, oh yeah, you're totally out. Totally, totally a legal operation.
Do you actually believe that if Tony's father was collecting illegal money rolled up in newspapers for
I gotta say, Tony does look like the kind of guy that's dad would be in the mafia or something, you know? Like his dad's a big shot, and so he ended up like this.
the Italian mafia to this day?
But really, he's just hot shit.
Would be going on podcasts announcing it to the world. He tells these grandiose stories about his mobster father making his teachers disappear whenever they slighted him.
And he's trying to get everybody's attention, but I'm on a run about getting. It was a joke about I can't remember exactly, but it's about getting molested, and I'm like, bobbity ba and bobbity ba, and he's like, all right, class is starting. But I had one more joke that I just thought of. I even got molested by you, because I was talking about getting molested by whoever, and then I'm like, I even got molested by my dad. And this teacher hated me, but it was like everybody's cracking up, like it was blatantly like I was just killing. I was doing stand up, and that was my thing, is I would just try to make people laugh as hard as I could right before class got started. So I had like, like a minute and a half. But he goes, you know what? You're going to be in trouble for that one. And he said that, he went through a thing where he had to call children's services, even though he knew, it was blatantly a joke. He goes, I'm going to have to call children's services on your father because by rule, any even jokes about being molested I have to call. Well, that was a big mistake. He made a really big mistake. And immediately, I remember my mom finding out and just being like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. But he didn't know the caliber. He didn't realize because I have a different last name as my dad. My mom and dad were hooking up, so I was a secret, and I took my mom's last name, Hinchcliffe. But obviously, my dad had something to do with the first name. Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe's an English last name, and Tony's,
But he just said his mom was more mobbed up than his dad was. So that's fucking stupid. Yeah, America, the land of the beautiful, the land of the free, the brave, the righteous, the liars.
You know what Tony is. He thought he was going to call some doofball accountant, whoop-a-dooba-doo-boo. Oh, no, I wouldn't molest me. But no, instead what he got was, what's the name of the teacher? What's his name? Mr. Gilmartin wasn't there the next day. No. He never came back. I saw him stacking cantaloupes at a grocery store a month later, wearing an apron in the produce section, stacking cantaloupes. We made eye contact. I gave him one of those evil smiles, like, you fucked up.
I like how he starts putting on this fake Italian accent as he tells this story. In reality, Tony most likely grew up in a suburb of Youngstown, tucked away safely in his $30,000 a year Catholic high school, and is just pretending to be poor to make his life seem more interesting.
So there's houses being...
Also, how does that make any sense? How can you both be poor, but also, your dad's in the mob making fucking stacks of money in his thing or whatever, in his newspaper? That part doesn't make any sense. And then he's going to a Catholic high school, too, that has a tuition.
Arson, people being shot.
Yeah, you were right. You were Eminem,
every
right?
city in America, there was always a police siren that you could hear from wherever you were. That's just what was normal to me. And so it was very dangerous, and it was all very real. And
that's the classic, if you're some insecure guy, you've always wanted to be the big tough guy, you've always been a complete nerd, you've always been a guy that everyone thought was gay. Yeah, now you got this whole new life. Why not rewrite like Josh Denny? Oh yeah, it was just all black people. I was basically an urban decay. Drive-bys, I got, people would do drive-bys at me all the time. They forget. No, you didn't.
It was very dangerous, and it was all very real. And bullying isn't.
This is not usually the voice that you get from coming out of the hood. Hey, brothers. Have you ever heard what it sounds like from a white guy from the hood? Yeah, growing up, it was really... That's how you would talk. It's scientifically sound. That's how you would talk. Man, oh, hello. Because how dangerous could it have been if they let you have that voice? If you were hanging around with danger...
I wonder if he would say this to Mike Tyson. I'm just trying to be real. It's kind of like a... Where did you grow up wearing a fucking sweater like this? I don't mean to stand up for Tony here, but
and you were allowed to have that voice.
This cardigan is like, you got this straight from Elton John's closet.
Nice. In this look,
really
well,
call
then that
anybody
should have been
gay,
well
sorry.
documented as something crazy that happened in the hood. I mean, that should be a big movie. So you didn't grow up in the hood. They wouldn't allow you to be anywhere near their hood. You drove by, you locked the door, and you told people you were there.
I don't know what it is with comedians and their impulse to just pathologically lie. It's not like a life trap.
It's fun. See, I like to lie, but I like to lie in ways that are very inconsequential. You want to tell lies that mean absolutely nothing. Weave a beautiful story that someone will hear and think is real, and go and tell other people, and it would never fucking happen. Like, it's so great when you can tell somebody something, and then later you tell them, I was lying about that, and they go, man, I've been telling people that for years. I've been telling people I knew a guy that fought off a dog with his bare hands. I told them that you grabbed the dog and you lifted it up in the air and slammed it on its back, and that's what caused it to let go of its grip. And even though your arm was half shredded off, you still were able to climb the barbed wire fence and get over. Joker half voice. Hey, I'm from the hood. Hey, ever heard of anybody from a white guy from the hood before? This is what he sounds like.
Traveling around, performing in front of
Imagine being 19 years old and making a mistake so bad that it ruined the rest of your...
I saw this and I was wondering what it was. What happened to teenagers caught on To Catch a Predator? I don't remember teenagers getting caught, but if it really is some like 16, 17-year-olds that are trying to meet up with 12-year-olds, those guys are pedophiles. We got to be scientific here. People want to talk about the laws and be like, oh, the laws. Nah. Let's make a new rule. Any age gap above 3 years, you're a fucking creep.
Imagine being...
A Joker's from the hood. He's from Gotham City. Maybe he's right. If you grew up in a borough, if you grew up in a real borough, like you're... Bro. Okay, let's see this.
Being 19 years old and making a mistake so bad that it ruined the rest of your life. That's what happened to these three teenagers who appeared on To Catch a Predator. The first one we'll cover is Nicholas Lee Bailey, a student at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, who was majoring in accounting. In March 2006, Bailey started messaging a 13-year-old girl online, and he made it clear that he knew he shouldn't be talking with her. Despite that, Nicholas continued chatting and asked several graphic questions, including if they could play strip pool. This wasn't the only child Nicholas had chatted with online, as there were at least 5 others he spoke with. Unfortunately for the...
You mean stip pool? It's always the slow ones. Especially since you be... and something.
Chatted with online,
and
as there were at least 5 others he spoke with. Unfortunately for the accounting student, he didn't do the math, because all the underage girls were actually decoys working with To Catch a Predator and the police. Since Nicholas was on spring break, he decided to drive an hour and a half to meet the supposed 13-year-old girl in Greenville, Ohio. Instead of a child, Bailey got Chris Hansen. Despite his age, Bailey gave one of the most mature and polite interviews ever conducted on To Catch a Predator.
Don't you think maybe you should pick up a couple extra classes? If you have that much spare time where you're talking to 12 and 13-year-old girls online?
I already have as much time, as many hours as I can, sir.
Perhaps more studying would be good?
My grades are fine, sir.
As soon as he
don't even try and argue it. Just justify, right? I mean, that's a method for sure. Good one? I don't know, but
left the house, Nicholas Bailey was arrested and spent his spring break behind bars. His bond was set at $25.
It was the hairline. This is an interesting hairline. Like, it almost connects here and here, but then it's just like a bald patch cut out of the side right there.
$100 and bailed out 3 days later. Now, while it probably didn't feel this way at the time for him, Bailey would actually get off pretty easy. For one, the footage of him on To Catch a Predator was never shown on TV, saving him from a lot of public embarrassment. Additionally, after initially trying to fight the charges, Bailey would plead guilty. He was sentenced to 90 days in jail, but
I guess that makes sense. Could they like put any of these underage people on TV? Like, I'd assume that would be just illegal in general. They can't like just take a, like, regardless of the crime they commit. I don't think that would be kosher.
Would only have to serve 12 of them because of the 3 he already served, and because Nick got 75 days suspended. Additionally, the jail time would only be served over the weekends. He also had to complete 40 hours of community.
Bro, he was having to go to school and then go back to jail on the weekends. I would be pissed. Good thing that I'm not a fucking creep and I don't try and talk to underage girls online. Couldn't be me. What can I say? I'm a good guy.
Service, serve 2 years probation, as well as pay fines of over $1,800 in addition to some other commitments. The best part of this plea agreement for Bailey, though, was that he didn't have to register as an offender. This, and not appearing on To Catch a Predator, is what really helped Nicholas. It appears that Nick continued his education at Miami University and graduated in 2008 with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting. From there, he moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, and worked as a sales associate at Walmart for about 2 years. He then left that job and worked for the retail giant Macy's as a staff accountant. He worked his way up the ladder and, in 2016, got promoted to accounting manager, a job he still works at to this very day. While Nick Bailey got off pretty
really utilizing that science degree. That bachelor's, am I right? You have 23.4 in your attic? Let him go.
Richard Daniel Briart wasn't so lucky. Richard was the oldest of 3 children.
Did I read it too fast? Too quick with it?
As a high school student, Briart's grades were above average and he was active in sports. Richard was also a Christian, attending church regularly and helping out with programs. Additionally, his parents were well off, with Richard's father owning a construction business that Richard also worked for. This allowed the teenager's parents to pay for his college. Richard first attended Golden West College in Huntington Beach, California. However, with the beach only a few minutes away, Richard found it hard to go to class and instead transferred to Long Beach City College. He majored in engineering and had hoped to become the first person in his family to earn a college degree. Shortly before college, Richard had gotten introduced to Yahoo chat rooms at the age of 17. Prior to meeting Chris Hansen, the teenager had chatted with multiple women online and met with 20 different females in person, but only got intimate with 4 of them. 2 of the women were in their mid-30s, and the other 2 were in their 20s. Nevertheless, the 19-year-old college student agreed to meet this girl at her home in Riverside County, California. Of course, there was no 13-year-old child at the house. Within a minute of getting caught, the 19-year-old quickly figured out he was in trouble and got emotional.
I would feel bad doing anything with you, but it is tempting.
What's
Sir,
up?
I know what I wrote.
Ah, you're the guy that
just if you have a
that
gun,
bailed out the dudes. You're the guy that bailed out those one guys. How's it going? You gonna do some more? I saw you just dropped one of those. Keep it up. Free them all.
just shoot me right now because my life is finished.
During the interview, it was clear Richard wasn't an idiot. He knew that what he had done was a felony and revealed that he had even tried to start working out to spend less time on the internet.
Stop that. I tried working out. I bought myself, my uncle bought us a gym. I've been trying to work out, stay off the internet.
After sobbing and refusing to leave, Briart was eventually arrested and put in jail. Like Nick Bailey, Richard's confrontation with Chris Hansen wasn't shown on TV. Unlike Bailey though, Richard would fight the charges. The teenager fought for over 3 years, all while continuing to go to school. It wouldn't be until Richard was 23 that he would be punished. The engineering major decided to plead guilty and ended up receiving 180 days.
It's kind of crazy that a child could grow up like in the time that a person's getting charged for abusing them. Like, clear, I know he didn't actually abuse any child, but in a circumstance where he would have. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it.
In jail, 3 years of probation, a total of $3,917 in fines.
It's a very specific fine.
And had to register as an offender. One positive part of the plea was that Richard could potentially be taken off the registry after 10 years. However, while serving his time, Richard got into more trouble. In November 2009, Richard entered another inmate's cell and challenged him to a fight. The inmate didn't want to, causing Richard to grab the fellow inmate by the ankles and pull him off the top bunk, injuring the inmate in the process.
He heard that rule that you're supposed to find somebody and beat them up. You're supposed to fight. He saw that in like a movie and then realized that when you try it in real life, the people don't really want to fight. So then he decided you got to take it into your own hands.
Briard ultimately had to spend 450 days in home confinement after being released from jail in order to pay $570. After all this, it seems like Richard stayed out of trouble. Information is difficult to find about Richard's immediate life after jail, but based on the information I could find, he moved into a low-income apartment. There have also been rumors that Richard became homeless.
It's the guy that bails out random strangers and also got arrested in Vegas. Oh no! Been doing this for a minute. Really good stuff. Security hates you? I wonder why. You're freeing all the inmates. Imagine you're making their jobs harder.
Homeless at one point. I do find that hard to believe, as Richard's family was well off and they supported him throughout his case. However, it doesn't appear that Richard ever got his engineering degree. Sometime after finishing his probation, Richard Briault would move across the country to the town of Broadway, North Carolina. It seemed like Richard's life did improve after the move. For one thing, he got married in 2019. That same year, Richard also became eligible to be taken off the registry. However, it appears he either didn't petition to be taken off or was denied because he still appears on the North Carolina offender.
Damn, bro, that sucks. And they got the new photos, the updated versions.
List. As for work, in 2021, Richard would become a business owner. He started a company called Black Mamba Inc. According to the annual report, it's a construction business. This isn't too...
I mean, that's not surprising. It's like the one job you can get into with like harsh felonies.
Surprising, considering Briault worked for his family's construction company before To Catch a Predator. I found a phone number associated with the business and gave it a call. To my surprise, my call was answered quickly. After a few seconds of silence, I started the conversation.
Hello? Yeah? Hey, my name is Zach. Is this Black Mamba Inc.?
Master speaking?
I answered the question and explained why I was calling.
I was just calling to see, is this Richard Briault?
No, it's not. You got the wrong number. I don't know who that is.
Okay, gotcha. Has that ever happened to you? Just okay.
On top of the abrupt hang-up, the voice sounds similar to Richard's. This leads me to believe that I spoke with the real Richard Briault. Chris Hansen also attempted to get in contact with Richard. In March 2023, Hansen managed to get a hold of Briault's phone number, and someone answered. It's unknown if it's Richard himself or someone else, but whoever it is, they are familiar with Richard's To Catch a Predator incident.
Hi, is this Richard Briault?
Well, why do you want to know?
Well, I'm following up. I do a podcast called where we go back and look at past cases that have come up on my predator investigations and try to talk to some of the fellas. And I'm wondering if this is the same Richard Briault who I met in 2006 in Riverside.
You accuse somebody that was 19 years old. You're a don't call this number ever again.
Well, I just want...
Well, I didn't actually accuse anybody of anything. He committed a crime, and we merely caught him in the act. Red-handed, I might say.
I have your side of it.
Clearly, whoever answered feels that Richard was the victim. While Richard Briault and Nick Bailey mostly stayed out of trouble after To Catch a Predator,
except
Eric
when he
Paulson
assaulted an inmate.
did not. Like Richard and Nick,
this guy didn't stay out of trouble? Really? Shocking. I like that his hair kind of follows all the way around to his beard. The true, like, helmet hair. He's got the chin strap and the nice helmet going over.
Eric was also a 19-year-old college student. He was born in Walnut, California. At age 3, Eric's father left the family, but his mother did get remarried. Paulson excelled in school, being a skilled trumpet player and a good athlete as well. He graduated from Canyon Springs High School in 2004 at the top of his class. This allowed him to enroll at California State University in Fullerton, California. He followed his passion and majored in music with hopes of becoming a high school band teacher. Of course, that dream would be shattered. On January 4th, 2006,
what did he want to be a high school band teacher for, huh? He premeditated everything.
Eric got in contact with the girl who said she was 12. A few days later, Eric Paulson made plans to come to her house, which was in Riverside.
That's the part that always gets me, is because, like, obviously no underage person, you should never get with anybody underage. But when these like newer predator hunters do it, they'll be being like, 16-year-olds, you were trying to meet a 16-year-old? And it's like, yeah, it's fucked up. But in some states, like, that's legal. And in a lot of countries, that's legal. So that isn't like, it's fucked up and gross, but it's not technically out of the ordinary. But going after a 12-year-old, it's like, yeah, bro, just lay down right there. We'll put you out of your misery.
California. Instead of a child, Chris Hansen greeted Eric, but before much of a conversation could be had, Paulson made a run for it. Cops got to him quickly, but running from his consequences would become a theme in Eric's life. It's worth noting that Eric Paulson was the only teenager caught in To Catch a Predator that was shown on TV. Perhaps the reason was that Eric tried to run, making him appear more guilty than Nicholas Bailey and Richard Rialt. Anyways, after being arrested, Eric was bailed out by an insurance company. From there, he basically...
Now I'm even more confused. Was the other guy 19 or was he underage? Because I thought they were saying he was 19 when it happened.
He resumed his life, continuing to work his job at Home Depot and resuming
like
his education. Additionally, Eric's girlfriend, who, while upset, continued to live with him and even wrote a letter supporting Eric during the legal process. Eric Paulson initially pled not guilty at the advice of his attorney. However, he soon changed his mind and admitted to the crime. On July 21st, 2006, the now 20-year-old was sentenced to 1 year in local custody, a 5-year probation, and had to register as an offender. After spending 243 days behind bars, Eric Paulson tried to have his jail sentence changed to serve the remaining days in electronic confinement.
This is the same guy? This looks like a completely different person.
5-year probation, and had to register as an offender. After spending 243 days behind bars, Eric Paulson tried to have his jail sentence changed to serve the remaining days in electronic confinement or in weekend jail. However, the motion was denied, and as you'll soon find out, it was a good thing it was. Now, information on Eric's post To Catch a Predator life is difficult to find due to Eric going out of his way to have videos, pictures, and discussions about him taken down. However, YouTuber The Skip Tracer was able to uncover a lot of interesting information about Eric Paulson. It appears that either while in jail or sometime after, Eric Paulson broke up with his girlfriend, the one who stood by him during the case. After becoming a free man again, Eric started working at Staples as a sales associate in May 2007. He worked a handful of retail jobs over the next few years and did return to school at California State University. In 2012, Eric Paulson graduated with a bachelor's degree in music. Upon graduating, it appears that Eric began a career in sales. He worked for a few different companies before becoming a retail sales representative for 2 businesses, CA Furniture Pro and Kane's Hawaiian. It's unclear if it was because of this job or something else, but either way, Paulson packed his bags and moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado, where he still lives today. He also started appearing on some dating sites, and in June 2020, Eric married a woman named Amber. Based on all this, it would seem Eric Paulson learned his lesson. However, new information would tell a completely different story. In 2009, 3 years after his To Catch a Predator incident, Eric began chatting online with another girl. This time, it was a 16-year-old. Paulson, who was 22 or 23 at this time, lied to the girl, saying he was 18 and that his name was Eric Hernandez. Like before, these chats led to Eric going to the girl's house. According to the teen, Paulson was kind and never forced himself on her, although they still got intimate several times. This was all happening while Eric was still on probation, but since he didn't get caught this time, he never got in trouble. This information about Paulson was brought to light in May 2023 when the 16-year-old girl, who is now a grown adult, shared this story on Chris Hansen's Predators I've Caught podcast.
And so he got in, he came into the house, and what happened when he got to the house?
And so he actually drove around the neighborhood as if he was looking for my house. He wasn't exactly sure which one it was. And I didn't think anything of it, obviously being 16. Now I think it's more of, he was scouting the house to see if, there were any undercovers or anything just a little bit weird and suspicious.
Make sure it wasn't another sting operation.
Right.
The woman also believes that Paulson preyed upon other young girls after his To Catch a Predator appearance. Now, while Eric Paulson was caught in To Catch a Predator, he was 19 and living on his own. When Donald Morrison got caught, he was 48, living with his mother. To see what happened to...
I do remember that one. My mom's gonna take my computer away. Got bigger things to worry about there, pal. Buddy boy. Skibbity toilet, skibbity toilet. I'll watch this one because you said to watch this.
This is not a drill. Please check outside your door. 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 Please check outside your.
I saw something hidden in the frames. There was something hidden in the frames there. Incredible, incredible stuff. Here, I'll watch the newest Skibidi Toilet. Is this guy the original Skibidi Toilet? Yeah. Let's see what the newest one is.
No flex zone. No flex zone.
Let's see how much of this I can watch before I click out.
They know better. Wanna go better. Flex.
The only way you can watch this. No, not TV head. Monitor face. That's my genuine reaction to this. Skip to the end. Let's see how this one ends. Bro, this thing has almost 1 million likes and 24 million views. God damn. The newest comment. How do you do that, bro? Fuck. Is the Titan TV going to die? The fuck boom rip. What? This guy just like stopped posting? He's just on a bit of a hiatus. I'm sure this animation takes forever. This or... Nah, this one's longer. Here, we'll do this one. Do this first. This came out a month ago by Law and Crime Body Cam. It's called Shameless Man Pees in Grocery Store While Stealing Beer and Chicken. We've all been there. Can't hate. Don't point fingers.
Are you peeing on yourself or what? Shoplifting for taking that beer and sticking it down your pants, in your pocket, and for walking around eating that chicken. And the third thing is criminal nuisance for urinating on the floor in the store.
Can I turn up the music, please?
It's December in Maricopa, Arizona, where one suspected shoplifter may have gotten into the holiday spirits a little early.
Hello. We have a gentleman in here that's causing a problem. Where's he at? I think I know because I think I saw him already. Did he conceal something?
Yes, and he was running around with a chicken.
With a chicken?
Like with a hot chicken.
Okay. Hello. How you doing, sir?
Right on cue, the suspect, later identified as 24-year-old Joseph Chi, appears. Witnesses told police he was seen stashing a beer in his pants, eating a rotisserie chicken, and urinating in an aisle.
Turn around for me. What's that? Turn around for me.
You're under 21, then don't steal beer and chicken. It's wrong. Wait till you're an adult. Wait till you're a fully matured adult that can make decisions on their own.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your both hands behind your back. Thank you, sir.
They're locking up everything now. They're locking up the condoms, everything. They're gonna start locking up the chicken.
The store employees are accusing you of shoplifting. All right? That's what you're under arrest for right now. And causing a disturbance. And you smell like chicken.
And that's the last arresting offense. The
Hey,
arresting
can you find?
offense of
He
smelling
smells like he's been eating chicken. Can you see if you can find that? Can you see if you can find that chicken? Thank you. All right.
Should have done it at Walmart, bro. Doing it here is just you're gonna get caught.
Gotta put your penis away. Are you peeing on yourself or what? Okay.
You heard that right. Joseph was allegedly walking around, let's just say, exposed, while this incident unfolded.
Are you from around here? Okay.
No,
You got
I'm
money?
pretty sure Mecca left.
Where are you? Right here. Yeah, $5, bro. Yeah. What's the matter, man? Don't be mad at me. It's your fault, not mine.
That's the thing. I bet dude was having a bad night, right? He's been pissed off, so he's like, fuck it. I'm gonna go walk around. This got super drunk, and he's gonna go walk around the store, drink my beer, and eat this chicken, stealing this chicken. I'm gonna leave, and it's whatever. And now he's getting caught, and he's like, huh, I can't even have this. Now I'm gonna piss myself.
Property back to you, and the property that doesn't belong to you, obviously, will go to the store. All right. Let me get this for a second. I'm gonna make sure you're not armed. How old are you? What's that, 24? Okay. Okay, is that your product, I take it? Okay, can you give me a price on how much that costs? Thank you.
It would have been perfectly comedic if when the officer said that, like when the cop said that, the guy just went, what, are you gonna buy it for me?
Put your money back in your pocket for now. Zip you up because it's cold out. Walk over here for a second so we can... What's that?
Comes in a 4-pack for $16.98.
4-pack for $60. You can't obviously sell it. One missing. 4-pack for $16.
That guy sold it from me.
Okay. Gotcha. You know where the chicken's at?
The guys are looking for you in the back.
Okay. All right. All right.
He was about to fucking attack her or something, bro. Chill.
Do you want to show me where the chicken's at?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll solve a lot of problems. It'll go a lot of goodwill.
Joseph agrees to help find the chicken he was allegedly eating before deciding to place the blame somewhere else.
Apache guy.
There's an Apache guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you gotta watch those Apaches, huh?
Yeah.
What did this cop just say? Chill out, man.
Where are you
You're
from?
in Arizona.
Navajo.
You're Navajo?
Nation.
Okay.
I was gonna say, this dude looks native. Why the fuck is he talking shit on Apaches? This fucking Apache guy.
What's that? Right where?
Right here. Excuse me.
All I see is cookies, man.
Right here. Come on.
All right.
I turned that way. I don't know where I went.
Yeah.
The chicken tray looks like the one on the heater right here.
No, I got you. I just want to see that someone else doesn't buy it because his mouth smells like chicken. So I'm assuming he was eating some of it.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Put it back.
Okay. Well, I know that's where you got it from. Come on out to the car and I'll have you sit in the car and I'll get you some information in just a little bit, okay? Can you get me the price of the chicken as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just gonna be a misdemeanor. I'm pretty sure it would have to be. I forget what the.
All right, we're gonna walk just right over here, sir. Thank you.
Nah, it's more than that for a felony. I do not remember. I'll look it up.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things you need or want to do or change in the ways you'd like.
There's immense value in creating space.
Oh, it's over 1,000. I was thinking it was that much, but that seemed like a lot. But I guess so. Shoplifting a property of value of over $1,000 or more, but less than $2,000 is a Class 6 felony.
Have a seat. I'll keep you warm in the back of the car. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. You're doing good, man.
He's doing all right.
How am I going to know who you are? Are you going to tell me the truth? What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joseph G.
Joseph G. Okay. I heard your name before.
Yeah.
Sam 60. 1015 is going to be Joseph Chi. He's in local. I'll go to 3-4 to read back. Chi should be like Charles, Henry, Edward, I believe. We've had multiple contacts with him recently.
This isn't the first time Joseph has had a run-in with police. Court records show the 24-year-old has faced multiple other charges in nearby counties, including indecent exposure, trespassing, and more. Back inside the store, employees have managed to find that elusive chicken.
Let's see.
So I found the chicken.
Okay.
This is it right here, and he also
looks
peed
like
on our in our vitamins.
Okay.
Peed on what?
He also
looks
peed
like
on our in our vitamins.
Okay.
Can't be pissing in the store, dog. Double Whopper Jr. That's it. Whatever. I can't remember what the lyrics are. Double Whopper Jr. Double triple Whopper, 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 Whopper. That was the best one.
Cool. Take it you can't spell it. Like I said, I could smell it on it. Oh, there's a bite out of it right there, huh?
There's like 30.
That was all the grease that he got out of it.
Yeah.
Here, we get a glimpse at what exactly Joseph is accused of shoplifting. A beer taken from a pack of 4 valued at $16.99 and a case of chicken valued at $9.99.
They both look like shit.
Alright, can we see where the urine's at?
It was cleaned up, but
Oh, it's already cleaned up?
yeah.
Okay. Did anyone see him do it, or are we suspecting he did it?
It smelled like pee, and then there's a big puddle, but
Well, you saw him standing there?
yeah, it's on this side over here.
Okay. He might have just peed down his pants, because his penis was out underneath his...
You can still see it's kind of
Yeah.
slightly wet right in there.
Gotcha. Alright. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Did you need to see anything on the camera?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. Let me get some quick information from him. Where's it at? Where's that located at?
This in the beer and wine department.
Okay, that's alcohol then?
Yes.
Okay. And that's $16.99 for 4?
Yes.
All right. Let me get some quick information from my witnesses while I'm standing there. in the urine area. Like I said, when I pulled up his thing, his penis was hanging out right there, so you probably just...
He was standing there. I was standing there.
We've been having a lot of problems with him. He got kicked out of a sober living home, and he's had numerous contacts with the police.
Among Joseph's other charges, police said the 24-year-old has already been convicted 3 times for indecent exposure. Hey, everybody, we're going to get you right back to that body cam in just a minute, but before we do, I have a question for you. What do a lot of the body cams on this channel make clear? Is it the world is just a crazy and totally unpredictable place? I think that's a fair assessment. But here's the thing. One of the most unpredictable things to happen to you in life is if you get injured. What do you do next? Well, that is why I want to talk to you guys about our amazing partner and sponsor of our body cam channel, Morgan & Morgan. This is a firm with over 1,000 attorneys you may want in your corner because they are America's largest injury law firm. They are specialists in this area. And you know why they're so big? Because they win a lot. Multi-million-dollar verdicts and settlements. They make the process super easy for their clients, too, because from starting a claim to uploading documents and talking to a legal team, it can all be done on your smartphone. Also, there's no upfront fee. You only pay them if you win. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LCBodyCam channel.
Do you want him to grace your establishment any longer? Or would you like me to tell him he's no longer welcome here in Sprouts? The typical answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I will give him a trespass notice. If he comes back, him simply walking in the door onto your property is a crime called trespassing, and we'll arrest him. Okay? We will probably... these are both misdemeanors unless he's got multiple shoplifts, and then it could be a felony. If it's a felony, he'll go to jail tonight. If it's a misdemeanor, we'll take him to detox over in Casa Grande and give him a citation for the crimes he committed against your establishment. All right? Sound good? I'll give you the paperwork in just a little bit. Mr. Chi, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to questioning and be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed to you prior to questioning. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Nothing much. Just doing a simple reaction stream today. I probably won't be on here for too much longer. We're going to do some gaming tomorrow, but how are you doing?
Did you shoplift that beer? Okay. How about the chicken? Did you open that chicken and eat some of it? Yeah? Okay. Did you pee in there? Did you urinate in one of the aisles? You didn't? One of the meat clerks said you were standing there. When you left, there's a big puddle of urine. You have, like, it looks like urine on you, and your penis was out when I stopped you. Okay, so did you pee in there? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Have you been arrested for shoplifting before? No. Never? Okay, good deal. This may just be a misdemeanor. If it's a misdemeanor, would you be willing to go to CBI for a detox?
Glad you're doing good.
No? Just jail? You no CBI, just jail? CBI instead of jail? Okay, I'll see if I can hook you up with that.
Police said Joseph admitted to the allegations against him. Moments later, one officer heads back inside to check out the security footage.
So the law just says that some other people have to be present. Do you have some video, or are you able to burn some video for me on that? Or can I give you, we'll give you, my partner's going to give you a...
An email?
Yeah, I can give you my business card, so email it to me. And then when you're, were you able to look at that?
Yeah,
Did you see other people present when he was walking around? Or even when I arrested him, because like I said, when I arrested him, he had his penis out.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I feel like he tried to do everything so quick that he just put his hoodie over it. But he's about to walk over here. Like, that's him.
Yeah.
And there's like this little white display here.
Uh-huh.
And that's where he does that.
Where he urinates?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see him eating the chicken while he's walking around, or can you tell?
I didn't go as far. I was looking for this clip for a while.
He admitted, he said that he said he shoplifted the beer, he said he was eating the chicken, and he said he urinated urinated in the store.
A closer look at the surveillance clip shows the suspect strolling through the aisle before the alleged mess occurred. A witness told police Joseph urinated in the area seen here, just off camera and between two aisles. Back with Joseph in the patrol car, one officer has a few words with the 24-year-old.
Cite for trespassing. Understand that? I want to keep you out of trouble. Okay, so repeat that to me. You're trespassing from... Awesome. All right, please remember that. You're welcome, sir.
He's already at .22.
Okay. 2.5 is the limit, and I don't think he's been drinking anything because he was stealing stuff in here, so he's probably going down. So 2.5, they'll take him in at 2.5. All right. Do you mind getting a photograph of him, or you can do it at the jail, whichever?
Yeah.
Just face, get one head to toe what he's wearing.
Okay.
Then take off his hat, get a face shot, profile, and then he stars marks or tattoos.
That's probably that.
Beautiful. And then just enter him to Spillman under his name file.
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And
And
there's
be careful, like I said, he's
Why is
got...
there still like 4 minutes?
Urine's actually pretty clean, I think. Isn't it? But yeah, he's got it all over him, so. And yeah, so boom, boom. Did you give the victim rights to her or anything? Or email?
I was going to mail it.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll let them know. And then I'll do the booking paperwork and send it to you. He's been very compliant.
That's good. Yeah, he seems like he's
Yeah.
just hanging out.
He was trying to, he said there was an Apache that did it or something like that.
Huh.
Because he's Navajo.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I guess. Hey, Mr. Key, my good friend here is going to take you over to the jail and get you into the jail, get you a bunk, and hopefully get sobered up, and then you'll see the judge in the morning. All right?
Everybody, you gonna be able to step out by yourself?
He's got $5 and a crinkled up receipt in his hoodie.
Okay.
Pocket.
Perfect.
The crinkled up receipt, bro. That was for the beer and the chicken. How come you didn't look for
Watch
it?
your step. Attaboy. Walk this way for me.
Hold on, man. You're going to get searched again. Yeah, we always search. We search several times. I can throw that in there.
I'll take that.
I'll put it on top of your computer.
All right.
It's $5.
No. Where's the receipt?
There was just a crinkled up one in his same pocket.
Oh, same pocket. Okay.
It looked like it was like
Okay.
Some search.
Have a seat for me.
it was almost like lint.
For what? No.
Awesome.
For what? For what? What do you mean? For what?
Oh, you want to know what you're going to jail for?
Yeah.
Okay, for indecent exposure, since you've had 3 prior convictions, you had multiple arrests, but you had 3 convictions, 2 in Glendale, 1 in Phoenix. That makes this a felony. So indecent, you don't get a ticket for a felony. Second is for shoplifting, for taking that beer and sticking it down your pants, in your pocket, and for walking around eating that chicken. And the third thing is criminal nuisance for urinating on the floor in the store. The indecent exposure you probably know from...
Come on, guys. Don't do them dirty like that. You have the yellow, like, fade in underneath him when they're talking about him pissing himself.
On the floor in the store. The indecent exposure you probably know from prior things. You know, when I arrested you, your penis was out, and there's other people present. And that's not acceptable in Maricopa or any community. Okay? All right, good luck, sir.
Damn, bro's a felon now.
Thank you.
I'm going to construction, bro. It's your
Joseph
only
is
way
sent
out.
on his way to jail, but once en route, decides he has a few requests for the officer.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh. We'll go to the hospital.
What?
We'll go hospital.
We're not going to the hospital.
Just start screaming, say you're dying. Then they have
What
to
do you need
take
the
you.
hospital for? What do you need the hospital for?
I'm wrong.
Huh?
Bro, he's an idiot. He should have had this prepared. He should have been like, I need to go to the hospital when the cop, because he got him on the hook. He's got him on the hook now. And he's got to reel him in. He's got to go, my heart is stopping. I can feel it. What's happening? My heart. And just start screaming that over and over again. And then the cop will be confused. And hopefully we'll take you to the hospital.
Never mind.
All right.
And then you'll have a more prolonged rest. You know? Who doesn't want that?
Turn up the music.
What?
Turn up the music.
Turn up the music.
Please.
Please?
I can't hear you. What do you want?
Can I turn up the music?
Turn it up.
Please.
Joseph was booked into the Pinal County Jail for indecent exposure, shoplifting, and criminal nuisance.
We've got two more coming, I'm pretty sure.
He was half playing dead there. He almost had it. But when they opened the door, it woke him up. He said, oh, damn it.
We've got two more coming, I'm pretty sure. Wakey, buddy, come on.
Oh.
You alright?
Go.
Alright, come on.
Good deal.
You did? I got you. There we go.
How sad. Oh, Joseph Chi. I think that's where I'm going to end it off today. I know this was a bit of a shorter stream than usual, but I'm going to be back tomorrow for a longer one playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm probably going to try and go for like 3 hours tomorrow, but I got some things I got to do today, so going to have to call it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Captain Quasar signing off.